You are not safe. It only takes 1 second. 1 second, and it's over. Never let your guard down, ever.
Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. It's Born Free here. Thank you so much for the subscriptions. You've allowed me to do amazing things with this channel. I got in a room with Taquito, Infiltration and Sonic Fox because you subscribed to me and the channel has been growing, and now we're sort of nearing 4,000, which is just amazing, so thank you. This video is another beginner's video, a very broad concept, but hopefully will have a big impact on your game if you're a beginner. It's just a way to think about and a way to play the game. Which you probably wouldn't normally do as a beginner. Most beginners don't. So the focus is actually in mitigating risk, in actually being more defensive, being lame as they call it in the FGC. It's not the most exciting thing in the world, but it is the biggest, I think, foundation you can have for having a solid playstyle, a solid character, and winning in the long run. So what I'm really talking about is defending, right? And blocking and teching and anti-airing and letting the opponent come to you and watching them take risks. And what I mean by that is, at the beginner's level, everybody just wants to press buttons, everybody's focused on themselves, doing Hadoukens and Dragon Punches and this and that and the other and jumping around and blah blah blah. And that actually makes the game rather complicated to learn, and I'll tell you why. Because you're not observing your opponent, and it's very hard to observe your opponent when you're actually just focused on what you're going to do. So this is a really good process to go through until you feel comfortable enough to expand. Everything is born on this. And that is just basically go into a game and let them come to you, right? And let them hang themselves. That's what I call it. Let them hang themselves. I did it with Street Fighter V when I first started. I mean, it's a brand new game. I still do it. And it's amazing what will happen. So the opponent being another beginner, your first job as a beginner is to beat other beginners, right? Before you start moving up. And generally speaking, beginners want to press buttons, and what they will do is a lot of unsafe moves. And an unsafe move is a move whereby if they whiff, or if, in particular, if you block, there is a window of time where you can actually attack them where they are defenseless because they are still recovering from the move. I don't want to get too technical and you know, talk about frame data, hitboxes, ranges and all that sort of stuff. That will all come in time. You take it one step at a time, but if you're a beginner, just try this and trust me, you will start winning games. It won't be the most exciting thing in the world, but you'll start winning games and you'll start learning. And then gradually you will build on it and it will become much more exciting. Just block and tech and anti-air and watch. And the most amazing thing will happen. Because you are just focused on that, you can watch them and observe them. You can see how are they trying to attack you, how are they trying to open you up. And then you'll see the moment where suddenly their brain, a switch goes off in their brain and they decide, I can't do anything against this guy because he's blocking, so now I'm going to try and throw him. So, you know, that's one example of them changing their tact. And when they change their tact, you spot it immediately. And this is a skill that you learn through playing defensively and playing lane. And then you take on, you know, as you progress and become a better player and incorporate it into, you know, a much more, let's say, aggressive and stylish style of play, if that's what you want to do. So I'm just going to show you exactly what that looks like. And the thing is, when you try it, I guarantee you will start winning. It'll be a bit boring in a way, but not boring. Winning's never boring. But it would be boring for an observer. It might even be boring for the opponent. They might get wound up. Nobody cares, right? What's important is you are going through this process and learning. And I'm going to show you exactly what that looks like, and I want you to go out and do it and come back and tell me if it helps you. Okay, so Ryu is not my main. I don't currently have a main at the moment. I've just been testing a bunch of different characters. The other thing is, I'm not going to be doing max damage combos or anything like that, which would be amazing. I just want to show you without doing that stuff. I may test them on Wake Up as well to see how good they are at blocking. But let's see what happens when we let them be the aggressor. That's totally unsafe. You see? Just trying to catch her a little bit. That was unsafe. It looked unsafe to me, so I went for it. Those look like combos. See if she does the cannon drill again. There, see, she's changed tact already. We've observed that she's changed tact. So now she's throwing, right? Which is really interesting, which means we can sort of neutral jump when she comes in. Maybe bait her. See that? A little bait. See, you can be... Now that wasn't safe. Did you see that that wasn't safe? I tried, at least with the crouching heart kick. And she's gone for the throw again. So if she tried throw again, I could just dash out of it because I'm observing her. That was terribly unsafe, yet again. And I don't know why she tried that. I think it's because she wanted to use her V-trigger. So a lot of people, when they get their V-trigger, they want to use it. So you know what to expect. I mean, how simple was that? Did you see that? I was just reacting to everything that she did. I just keep my spacing, not forcing her to do anything. She's definitely adapting with the throw, so neutral jump is one of the ways to deal with that. Another way is to tech it. There, that was obviously, it was either unsafe or she just doesn't block. I should test her Wake Up game actually. Let me get her. There you go. Ready? See, Wake Up game, not so good. Oh, Wake Up game, not so good. And again. And I'm using like, I'm not even using a fast move to punish her, by the way. And she's done. She's done, guys. Let's see if she blocks. Nope. I thought she came out of the dizziness then. That was actually the perfect example. Camis are the perfect example because for some reason they're really caught up in trying to get you from distance with their... I'm talking about beginners here, very beginners. Trying to catch you with the cannon drill, I believe it's called. Okay guys, that was it. I hope you enjoyed watching that. You probably didn't enjoy watching it, but I showed you pretty much how to approach the game and how to get that win, but also observe the opponent and start to see habits, strategies, and all that wonderful stuff. And from this foundation of lameness or defensiveness, whatever you want to call it, just I call it being solid, right? From this foundation, this is the most basic fundamental, right? And it's protecting yourself. It's being safe. From that, you will build on other fundamentals, such as whiff punishing, and footsies, and conditioning, and you'll learn about frame data and hitboxes, and habits, and strategies, and watching the psychological effect on your opponent, actually seeing it on the screen, optimal anti-airs, max punishes, setups, how to be the aggressor, like all these wonderful things which you would just build on top of this foundation. But ultimately, I believe that there are two things going on here. One is you're taking less risk, they're taking more risk, and the second thing is you are learning to read the opponent, and that is what is happening at the very highest level, is reading opponents. So if this was good and you enjoyed it, please give me a thumbs up, like, a subscription, and if you're a beginner and you have the opportunity to just go try this and you find yourself winning, please come back to me and tell me all about it because I love interacting with you guys. Alright, for now, peace out, until next time.